Yo, what's up guys? In today's video, I'm just doing a quick update on training camp. I'm going to be throwing up all the highlights and just recapping that, media day, and I'm going to have a preseason outlook later in today's video. Definitely make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Also, leave a quick like on today's video if you guys are excited for the preseason. Leaving a like and some comments always help out the video and helps out me. Nonetheless, check out my last video if you guys missed it. I was talking about a possible Vooch extension. Patrick might be ready for the season opener. I'm going to be talking about that topic in today's video as well, and it's looking like the Bulls are going to lose out on a first rounder. Definitely check out my last video. And before I jump into today's video, let me just say this is going to be a fun week for Chicago sports. As I'm recording this video, Justin Fields just got his first W as the Bears starting quarterback, and this week is preseason and I'm very excited. And while I'm talking and just giving a quick little recap of training camp, I'm going to be throwing up all the highlights that I could find. Of course, they were mainly talking about the whole Coby White and Patrick Williams injury situation. Billy Donovan said that this was a big week for Patrick Williams and his whole injury. He could start running soon. His recovery has been going, I'd say, pretty solid. Of course, he is young, so he does heal pretty fast. But it's looking like he might be ready for the Chicago Bulls season opener. So that's great news. If true, I'll definitely keep you guys updated on that. But nonetheless, say he can't play game 1. I saw he'll only miss like 4 or 5 games. And same with Coby White. It's looking like Patrick and Coby are going to be back sooner rather than later for the Chicago Bulls. Coby also said he's been able to do pretty much everything on the basketball court, but he's been struggling with like left-handed overhead shots. Of course, he needs to still work on his shoulder. And just a quick recap on training camp. Tony Bradley was talking about how he put up like 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 blocks versus the Bulls last season on Wendell Carter Jr. I saw Wendell Carter Jr. is still salty and mad that the Bulls traded him. I'm not even going to get into that. Definitely leave some comments below today's video. It's great to hear Coby and Patrick are looking to return soon. And I think it's obvious. They, of course, were asking Demar about his fit and such. Casey Johnson wrote a bunch of articles saying how Demar fits. I truly do believe so. I believe Demar is a great fit with this Bulls roster. He brings obviously good veteran leadership. He's still an easy 20, 30-point scorer on any given night. He's going to help out the Bulls. I don't see any fit problems. I also did see Terry Stotts was at the Bulls practice just the other day. Casey Johnson put that out. Billy Donovan allowed him to come. And of course, Billy Donovan was talking about the Bulls starting lineup, their bench, all the possible starting lineups and just rotations he can run. It's definitely going to be interesting. Say Patrick Williams can't start game 1. If the Bulls are going to put Demar at the 4, maybe start Caruso, or maybe Stanley Johnson. I know the Bulls coaches have really been raving about Stanley Johnson. I'll keep you guys updated on that. And I saw that Zach LaVine was really talking about how he wants to become a two-way player, how he's really serious about focusing on the defensive end. And I feel like Zach LaVine is still very underrated in the NBA. I see NBA fans that still think he's only a dunker or he just puts up garbage time stats. But nonetheless, Zach is very determined to be a two-way player. He's gotten better season by season on the offensive end and defensive end, especially in Team USA. I believe that whole situation and role is really going to help him out, especially with Demar and Vooch now getting more comfortable in the Bulls offense. Zach LaVine isn't going to have to break his back every night putting up 40 points per game. I also saw the Bulls coaches were really raving about Alex Caruso. An assistant coach pulled him to the side at training camp, and he was really just complimenting on how well of a defender he is and how his ability to fight through screens and get over them. That's really going to help out the Bulls. They really struggled to guard the pick and roll. I also saw Derrick Rose made Derrick Jones Jr. a huge Chicago Bulls fan. That makes me really happy to hear and see. That's really cool. But nonetheless, training camp was really well. The Bulls didn't put out that much highlights or I'd say news or rumors. Media day was a big topic. I made a video about a week ago covering that whole situation. Definitely check out that video for a whole recap of all the Bulls talking and all the new Bulls players. So definitely leave some comments and questions below today's video about all the highlights I just threw up, a quick little training camp recap. But now let's just do a little preseason outlook. Preseason, by the time this video goes live, I believe is going to be tomorrow. October 5th, the Bulls do play the Cavs. That'll be fun, of course. Denzel and Marketing over there. I saw they've been kind of throwing shade at the Bulls. And I also saw the Bulls do play the Pelicans. And that will obviously be a fun game as well with Lonzo Ball being with the Bulls now. The Bulls then play the Cavs again on October 10th. and their final preseason game is versus the Grizzlies. I'm just really excited for basketball, man. Like I said, the Bears just got a big W against the Lions. I'm excited for Justin Fields. I'm excited for this Bulls team. You know, we haven't made the playoffs since 2017. They finally put some, I'd say, really good players around Zach LaVine. I'm just very excited. Definitely leave some, I'd say, season record predictions or just predictions, preseason predictions below today's video. I'm going to be responding to pretty much every comment. But the main thing that I want to talk about for the preseason, you know, I don't really expect the starters to start or play maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe very limited minutes. You know, we don't want any other players to get hurt. But nonetheless, it's definitely going to be interesting to see Billy Donovan's rotations, who's playing, who's not, you know, who's going to stay on the roster, because the Bulls, I saw they're going to have to cut a few players, you know, due to the training camp deals and invites. But it'll be interesting to see how small this Bulls team does go. I'm really excited to see Tony Bradley off the Bulls bench. I believe he was a very underrated signing, especially if Vucevic gets into foul trouble early, and I believe he's just a very good rebounder, defender, and can just help out the Bulls bench. Obviously, I don't expect Coby or Pat to play. You know, I'll keep you guys updated on that whole situation, but it is really good to hear that they're recovering quicker than expected. I'm really excited for Dosunmu off the Bulls bench. I expect him to play a lot for preseason. I'm really high on him. I saw that he was asking Caruso a bunch of questions at training camp about, you know, winning a championship, just getting better season by season, playing with LeBron and such. I'm really excited for his rookie season, even though I don't expect him to play much. I also did see that Derrick Jones Jr. has been practicing and running with the Chicago Bulls starting 5 in training camp. It wouldn't surprise me if he was the Bulls starting 3 or 4. You know, either him or Demar are going to probably play the 4 to start the season if Patrick can't go. That will definitely be fun. You know, this Bulls team has a lot of good, I'd say, veteran leadership, all-stars, good young talent. I also see a lot of NBA like media sources and just experts and such saying that the Bulls went all in to just, I'd say, lose in the first round, and say that's true. You know, this is a stepping stone process. That's just step one. I understand this team probably isn't going to win a championship, but you don't know. They're very talented. You never know in the NBA or NFL or any sport. Crazier things have happened. But like I said, from top to bottom, this roster is the most talented roster I've seen in a minute, especially for Zach LaVine. I mean, even DeMar said that. Vooch said that. This is the most talented team they've all played on. If they can all work together, you know, Billy Donovan's probably the X factor and under a lot of pressure to make all these guys fit and play well together. I believe this Bulls team can be deadly. I'm really excited. You know, training camp was fun. Media day was fun. Definitely check out all my past videos covering those topics. I'll, of course, keep you guys updated on any Bulls rumors, news, who's starting, you know, week 1 or day 1 and all that. Definitely leave some comments below today's video talking about all these topics, you know, preseason predictions, record predictions, or anything like that. Thank you guys for all the love on the channel and the past few videos. I really do appreciate it. We're almost at 20K. I plan to do a giveaway for that. If you guys are still watching the video, definitely join my Discord. It will be the first link below today's video. Thank you guys for watching today's video. Have a good one.